Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, classmates. My topic is all about Chapter 14, Teaching the ESL Skills in an Integrated Way. But before we go on to my topic, I need to identify first what is ESL skills and what is integrated way. The acronym of ESL is English as a Second Language, meaning teachers instruct students in reading, writing, speaking, listening, while integrated way is combined to form a single thing. For example, in a grade 1 class, you will combine a group of boys learners to a group of girls learners so that it may result a good outcome to a class. What are the four skills? We have number 1, reading, comprehension skill. Number 2, listening, comprehension skill. Number 3, speaking, production skill. Number 4, writing, production skills. So number 1 is reading. When we say reading, it is the process of looking at a series of written symbols and getting meaning from them. When we read, we use our eyes to receive written symbols, letters, punctuation marks, and spaces. And we use our brain to convert them into words, sentences, and paragraph that communicate something to us. So, reading can be silent in our head or aloud so other people can hear. Reading is also a receptive skill. Through it, we can receive information, but the complex process of reading also requires a skill of speaking so that we can pronounce the words that we read in this sentence. Reading is also a productive skill in that we are both receiving information and transmitting it even if only to ourselves. Number 2 is listening. Listening is receiving language through ears. Listening involves identifying sounds of speech and processing them into words and sentence speech. When we listen, we use our ears, receive individual sounds, letters, stress, rhythm, and possess, and we use our brain to convert this into messages that mean something to us. Listening is in a language requires focus and attention. It is a skills that some people need to work at harder than others. People who have difficulty concentrating are typically or listeners. Listening in a second language requires even greater focus like babies learn these skills by listening to people who already know how to speak the language. This may or may not include native speakers. For those practice, you can listen to or recorded voices. The most important thing is to listen to a variety of voices as often as you can. So listening also is the first of four language skills in our own a fluent speaker in English. You need to develop strong listening skills. Listening not only helps you to understand what people are saying to you, it is also help you to speak clearly to other people. It helps you learn how to pronounce words properly, how to use intonation and work to place in words and sentences. This may make your speech career for other people is you're listening to you to understand. And bukod dyan, nagiging competitive ka or nagiging competitive ka sa ibang bansa na makapagsalita ng second language, which is the universal language is the English. The third one is speaking. When we say speaking, it is the delivery of language through the mouth to speak. We create sounds in many parts of our body, including the lungs, the vocal tract, vocal cords, the tongue, teeth, and lips. Speaking in our own language, usually the second language with what that we learn. This vocalized form of language usually requires at least one listener. When two or more people speak, or two to each other, the conversation is called a dialogue. Speech can flow naturally from one person to another in the form of one person to another form of dialogue. Can also be planned and rehearsed as in the delivery of speech of our presentation. Of course, some people of themselves, in fact, some English learners practice speaking standing alone in front of the mirror. 'Di ba? Minsan ganun din yung mga ginagawa natin pag merong recitation or merong poem na assignment si teacher, ganun yung ginagawa mo sa bahay nyo, yung nagfe-face ka in front of the mirror para ma-observe mo kung ano yung dapat na gawin mo or dapat na ialisin sa pag-gesture mo, ganun yung mga gestures mo para makita mo, ganun. So, speaking can be formal or informal. So, ano nga ba yung pinagkaiba ng formal and informal? So, when we say informal, speaking specifically us with family, kung paano tayo nakikipag-usap sa family natin, sa siblings natin, sa papa, mama natin, and then also yung mga friends natin, kung paano tayo makipagkwentuhan, ganon, or people you know well. So, that is informal speaking. When we say formal speaking naman, occurs in business or academic situation on when meeting people for the first time. So the last four skills is writing. When we say writing, it is the process of using symbols, letters of alphabet, punctuation, and spaces to communicate lots of ideas in a readable form. Generally, we write using a pen or a pencil, and a handwriting or a keyboard typing with the pen and pencil. We usually write on a surface such as paper or whiteboard. A keyboard is normally attached to a writer, computer, or mobile devices. Voice recognition program allow those who can see or use their hands to have their thoughts transcribed. How are four skills used in the language classroom? Through daily activities, teachers provide learners with opportunities to develop each skill. Students listen to the teacher, use target language to a song to one another in a pair activity. Speak, pronunciation practice, greetings, dialogue creation or recitation, songs, substitution drills, oral speed reading, role play. Read, instructions, written grammar drills, cards for playing games, flashcards, and write. Fill in the blank sheets, sentences that describe a feeling, sight, or experience, a dialogue script, a journey entry. So, para maihahalin tulad natin siya sa pagre-report by grouping or individual, ipapaliwanag mo kung paano mo naintindihan yung topic na pinibigay sa'yo ng teacher mo. Four approaches in particular are structured so that the four skills can be used simultaneously. These approaches are: number 1, the focal skill approach; number 2, content-based instruction; number 3, task-based language teaching; number 4, project-based approach. So number 1 is the focal skill approach. The goal of the focal skill approach is studying the second language or the ESL in order to acquire it. This second language curriculum stresses the balanced development of listening, speaking, reading, and writing by measuring competency in each skill and then focusing on the development of the weakest skills. So, yung focal skill ay second language katulad ng pagsasalita ng English. Natututo tayo sa pakikinig or panonood ng television o di kaya sa panonood ng movies, 'di ba? Meron doon yung mga English na movies sa mga Hollywood ganon, mostly doon may mga subtitle na English. So, nakikita mo doon, na-adapt mo na din yung mga words nila o di kaya yung mismong English movie na sinasalita ng mga actor and actresses. Maa-adapt mo na din yun. O di kaya meron kang pamangkin na Englishero, Englishera. So, doon, mas na-adapt mo na din yung mga sinasabi nilang mga malalalim na words. So, pwede din sa TikTok, yung mga may content na, 'di ba, pag sa TikTok meron din yung mga may content na English ng mga subject verb agreement, yung mga vocabulary, mga ganon. So, natututo din tayo doon. So, meron din sa YouTube yung mga vlogger sa ibang bansa, mga ganun ba. And then, pwede rin mag-search ka sa YouTube ng kung yung mga how to pronounce yung mga hindi mo pa masyadong alam, mga ganun. And then, pwede din dun sa dictionary, English dictionary, doon tayo matututo ng English so the second language natin. So, that is the focal skill approach. Number 2 is content-based instruction, or the CBI. Oxford 2001 describes approaches to CBI, which include theme-based and adjunct learning. Theme-based CBI focuses on a theme of high interest to students and develop a wide range of language skills around that theme. Adjunct form of CBI language and content courses are taught separately but are carefully coordinated so that literacy, oral language development, and thinking skills are positively enhanced. So, dito naman sa CBI or sa content-based instruction, yung lawak na pagkakaintindi mo sa pinag-aralan mo. So, kailangan dapat natin tandaan o alam natin ang kahalagahan ng bawat subject na tinuturo ng teacher mo or yung mga topic na nire-report ng mga classmates mo. So, yan yung the content-based instruction or the CBI. So, number 3 is task-based language teaching, the TBL. Task-based language teaching, TBL, also known as the task-based instruction. TBI focuses on the use of authentic language to complete meaningful tasks in the target language. So, for example, a lesson or unit is designed to help learners to complete a task. For example, write a letter. Also, for example, elementary days natin. 'Di ba? Pag masakit yung ulo natin or meron tayong emergency is nag-write tayo or nagsusulat tayo ng formal letter para alam ng teacher kung ano yung nangyari sa atin sa araw na iyon para mag-excuse tayo. So, meron din yung for example then is make a reservation. For example, nasa may outing kayo ng family mo or nag-reunion kayo ng mga relatives mo and then kakain kayo doon sa isang magandang restaurant sa ikalawang araw. So, kailangan mag-write ka ng formal letter or tawagan mo siya and then para magpa-reserve ka doon. So, plan a trip or collaborate to design something or hold a meeting. So, that is task-based language teaching. So, number 4 is project-based learning or PBL. Project-based learning, PBL, or project-based instruction is an instructional approach designed to give students the opportunity to develop knowledge and skills through engaging projects set around challenges and problems they may face in real world. So, for example, students assign tasks and plan how they will work together. Or another example is students should post regularly to assess their collaboration skills using their rubrics. This is the end of my topic. Our course title in this class is SP1 Teaching English in the Elementary Grades. I am Melanie Esteves Garcia. Your discussant for today, a third-year student, Bachelor of Elementary Education, and our beautiful and hardworking instructor, Ma'am Angela Gutierrez, Ma'am. And thank you for listening. God bless us. Happy New Year, everyone.